Okay, hello everybody. We're in handheld mode, so this is a little weird for me. I'm not used to that. But I wanted you to be able to have a view of like the hallway in my room with the hallway. I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. Uh, but my husband's home, so I'm probably going to go in and close the door. There's Sirius. Hi, Sirius is here too. So this is my office tour thing. You get to hear my neighbors being incredibly loud. There's nothing I can do about that. They're just like that. So I'm going to close my door now. There we go. So this is my office, and this is my pride flag, and that's my art cart. And so I have this little hallway type thing in my room. I guess I wanted to make it look unique. But I have a closet, so that's cool. I have a few storage things here. It's mostly storage things to hold storage things, but also I have a few plaster molds in there. I have some of my perler bead creation things, so those just sit there because that corner honestly looked really empty with nothing in it, and I was just like, let's just put some boxes there. Sorry. Let's just put some boxes there, right? So I have a closet that's mostly mine, but also just some storage of general things, like there's desk legs and canvases, Mike's canvases. In the bottom there you can see my electronic die cutter. You can see Sirius investigating what we're doing. Hi Siri. Siri. Hi, what's he doing? He's got to be here, doesn't he? Alright, yes it is dark in here. This is just kind of, I tried to film a little bit earlier when the sun was hitting my room, but it was so hot. It's already 73 in here, it's kind of hot. In these big bin storage container things, this is how, we don't have cardboard boxes really. We have a lot of those still in our house just because it's easy to move things in them. And that is all fabric because I used to make quilts. I intend to go back to making quilts. I just don't know when. And then those are also like fat quarters and quilt making things in there. You see my extra set of Prismacolors in there. My Copic storage container thing, which I think has extra perler beads in it right now. I ended up with two, so one of them's empty and one of them has stuff in it. My sewing box, and then these are art journals, and then that's an empty binder. And then some wood slices, which I was going to use for ornaments. And then the hats that I wear on stream. I'm actually getting like an organizer thing for those ones, the headband ones, but it didn't get here yet. It's fine. I didn't want to hold up the project any longer. So that's my closet, nice and organized. Alright, so the rest of my office, maybe we should go right to left. Yeah, let's go right to left. Okay, so the first thing is my art cart. You can see like collage papers and stuff up here, things that I've made ahead of time. Tim Holtz is always talking about like make papers ahead of time so you can make your own things later. So I did that. And then I've got paint and gesso, and down here is distress paint and distress stain are in little bottles, easy to squeeze out and make liquid watercolor. And then in the bottom there is like the more dimensional stuff like beads and like there's some silver leafing in there I acquired from somewhere. So that's what's in the art cart. And then, let me just move around here. I'm trying to keep this level. I'm not shaking, so that's the best I can do. So this is, we've got some plushies up there. Maybe I should move them down a little bit because I have this whole area over where I'm standing right now. I'll show you later. It's kind of empty, but so I've got some plushies up there, some gold roses that my husband bought me. I keep them up pretty high so they don't fall, but I do get to see them still. They're like right in between there. These are my coloring books, and then in this little box on the side, that's stamped images that I have colored, and then stamped images that I have stamped and can be colored. I keep them organized in there. I hope that the flashing of the twinkling lights is not a problem for those of you that might have light sensitivity. I didn't think of that until just now. So that's probably bad, but yeah, these are all my coloring books. And then in these two drawers, this is going to be interesting opening these things. So these are from the coloring books that I have cut up because I've scanned them already, and what I did was I kept some of my more favorite images, I organized them, and I cut them out so that I can use them in art journals and stuff. And yeah, it's kind of a lot, but I had kind of a lot of coloring books. And then also these are magazine things that I have cut out from magazines that I got for free from my dentist. because I'm just like, hey, you guys get a lot of magazines, don't you? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, what do you do with them when they're out of date? And they're like, we chuck them. And I'm like, can you give them to me? So they saved them for 6 months. You know how you get a 6-month cleaning? They saved them for 6 months and then just gave me this big old pile. So I've got fashion magazines, I've got travel magazines, stuff like that, and then I just organized them by, this one is apparently the female collection. So I just went and pulled out pictures of, you know, people or things or places or animals that I liked, and I just keep them in here so that they're, you know, they're nice and organized. You see some crayons and some napkins and some extra, what do you call it, extra brushes, stuff like that. What's in this one? Oh, this is my paint, and then I've got some markers in there, got some paint, got some makeup brushes, and just some random odds and ends. A lot of extra things goes in there. Same with this drawer down here, a lot of extra things, adhesives, and my alcohol that I used to clean everything, some file folders, so yeah, just a bunch of stuff like that. You always have those random boxes, right? And then this one has the more stuff I reach for. This is all of my Copic paper, divider, file folder things. You've got perler bead boards. I have some stamps and some mixed media things. I have some watercolor trays, just a bunch of like things I often grab for, but not a ton. All right. So yeah, this is a, what do they call it? A Kallax? I think they call it a Kallax. I am getting winded after 6 minutes. This does not bode well. So up here at the top I have the printer that my husband bought me. He was tired of paying for ink cartridges, so he got the kind that has little ink wells in it. It's very cute. And then I've got my Wacom Cintiq tablet, the digital drawing tablet. Up here I have my splat box. I don't fold it. I probably should, but I don't fold it. That way it's easier to grab, I guess, because I know that one time I'll forget how you fold it and then it'll just be out again. So that's the Splat Box by Tim Holtz. That's all of Tim Holtz's inks. I've got the oxide inks, and then behind that is the regular distress inks. Up here are the stamps that you guys probably see me grab for a lot. My animals and my nature are usually the things that I use the most, so those are all there unlabeled. In general, I know what's in there. And then, in general, I know what's in there by looking, like, oh, it's this one. I know what I'm going for. And then in here is all my scrapbooking paper. In 2021, I ended up buying a bunch more scrapbooking paper because I basically went through clearance sales, and I was just like, well, I've never seen this paper, no matter how old it is, so that's fine. I'll just get whatever it is. And so over here you have the themes. I don't usually keep things by theme, but I did have some that were specific for like Halloween or winter, or this one's obviously Valentine's Day. That one's space. So I have a few theme typed things. So I closed the door now, and Sirius is like, he needs to go out. He's like that. If there's a closed door, he needs to be on the other side of it, and then he needs to be on the other side of it, no matter where it is. It's crazy. Siri, you just got in here. What are you doing? No, he needs to be on the other side of it. His brother's probably over there too. So yeah, I've got winter in here as a theme. That way I can just be like, well, I'm doing Christmas themes or snow themes and stuff, so I need to figure out where all those papers are. I've got fall. I have a lot of Halloween because I used to work for companies in stamping that did a lot of Halloween themed things, and I like Halloween, so I have a lot of stuff left over from that, from when I made cards and when I worked for the company. Just a lot of Halloween things that I'm not sure I can get through now, because that's just like not a thing that I really do anymore, is celebrate Halloween a whole bunch, or we don't take pictures or go anywhere anyway. So that's kind of a little bit of a what am I going to do now situation. And then here I have the paper that I have sorted by color. So you've got red, yellow, green, to tealish, mint kind of color, and then green, and then blue, lighter blue, I guess, and then blue, and just down the line. You guys know what colors are. Why am I explaining it? That's pattern paper. That's colors, essentially. So by colors, that's pattern paper. So if I'm just like, you know what, this kit would be really good, but it needs an extra color blue, I can go to that section and know what that is. And then over here, these are the kits. So I used to scrap by, what do you call it, collection pack. So I did end up buying a bunch of those. You probably saw the recent haul videos. If you didn't, they're on my channel, so go check them out. I did some sale shopping, and Echo Park had their collection packs for $5, so I bought a bunch of those. I did show those off. And so that's what those are, and then I just kind of added them to what I had before, and I ended up with so many of them that I had to keep the new ones in the plastic that they came in. I usually keep them in these plastic container things, which have a pouch in the front for little things. This one apparently has die cuts in it. I don't usually have the die cuts, so I guess I wanted to make it so it was with the collection, so I actually knew, because if I don't usually have the die cuts, I'm not going to go look for them, right? And then you've got the paper inside, and then the back has a flap for scraps in there. So that's what I do with those. Those are just going to fall over on me, and one-handed, this is not easy, right? So that's all my paper. That's literally all the paper that I have, but it's kind of a lot. So yeah, two 12 by 12 things are more than plenty for me. And then down here, this is all of my stickers and my die cuts, and then this is all of my 6 by 6 paper in one of these cool, it's like a half satchel thing, an art bin half satchel thing. You can see that right there, super satchel. So that's all my 6 by 6 paper. I did take like the paper things apart, so it's all organized by color, because I just think that way. And then these are my, what do you call those? Wood veneers. These are my wood veneers in here. And I just kind of keep them here because this is where the scrapbooking things are applicable. You know, if I'm scrapbooking, it's this thing that I'm going to be kind of reaching for in general. And then here I've got die cuts, or not die cuts, actual dies, the metal dies. So I've got those organized into binder pages, and then they're just 8.5 by 11 pieces of magnetic stuff. And then these are rubber stamps that I use for art journaling. And then these are labeled, so that's fall and Halloween. And then this one is winter. That one label fell off. Those are all stamps for winter and Halloween and fall that I kind of got a little bit big on that collection, because I like Halloween, and for some reason I can't stop buying winter stamps, even if I don't get a chance to use them all the time. And then over here is embellishments. So this is all the winter embellishments that I have, winter themed, clearly you can see. Winter themed embellishments. And then this one, yeah, these ones are Halloween. So most of these, unfortunately, are for cards and stuff, and I don't make cards, so I don't really know how I'm going to use them. I guess we'll have to see. But I had a lot. See, like, that's all ribbon and glitter and Lord knows what. I don't know. Again, I used to work for a company, and now I don't, so I don't need them anymore. And then this one is all the Disney embellishments. So if I'm making a Disney page, I know exactly to just bring that, because those are Disney-themed embellishments. That one is empty, and then this one has, again, more embellishments, like, these are usually for the 3D projects and stuff, but I have a lot of glitter. If I ever made, or not glitter, sequins. If I ever made shaker cards, I don't, but I could, because I have a lot of sequins. But I did buy them for 3D projects and stuff like that. And then this is like metal findings, and yeah, again, for 3D projects and art journaling and stuff like that. All right, whew, I was like bending over. So this is my desk. It's very, very high-tech desk. I'm going to take a sip of this. This is my water. I only drink water, so there we go. Well, I mean, I drink coffee and tea, but mostly water. So this is my desk. You can see my meds there, because I have cystic fibrosis and I have to have meds right next to me, because otherwise I'll forget. And I have an alarm on my phone and I'll still forget. That's my switches. This is my keyboard. Isn't it beautiful? That's my stream deck, and then that's just a cute rainbow thing that I found for Pride on the Disney website. And then, yeah, you've got my my monitors. So this is usually where the game is, and then that's where either like a video or YouTube or whatever I'm watching, or that's where the chat is when I'm streaming. And then you've got all these things on the wall are to dampen the echo, because the ceilings are really high. They're really high. They're like 10 feet high, and I'm 5 feet, so they're really high. Here you have the studio lights kindly donated to me by a viewer. I mean, well, she donated the money and then told me to get studio lights. So we did that. She's like, here's for some studio lights. It's a lot of money, so get a, high-end brand or whatever. So I did. And then here are some, this is where the camera usually is. That's its mount right there. Here are some Funko Pops and this origami tree here my dad made me for, I think it was my 30th birthday. Yeah. So my dad made me that. And then this is where the monitor goes, or where the chat and the streaming stuff goes during art streams. Everything's dark. I'm sorry. I actually like it really dark in here, but for filming it's not great. But if I turn these on, they're going to be super bright, so it'll hurt you. It's one or the other. I'll try and fix it in post. So if this looks a little bit lighter, you're probably seeing me fix it in post. These are my, what do you call them, colored pencil sets and everything. If you watch the recent video that I did of all of my coloring materials, you can see what's in all of those. My Copic markers. This is where I keep the coloring books that I'm working on. Usually if I'm going to color it within that month for streams, I just kind of keep them over here, as well as the, what do you call them, the swatch charts. Keep those there. I've got my perler beads all organized and labeled. I didn't do much perler beads last year, but I should this year because they're fun. And everything's already organized for me. That's very helpful. You got glow in the dark here. You got brown ones. I had a lot of, like, what do you call them, neon ones from a set that I had gotten a while ago. You see some projects there, the 3D ones that I did. And then these are some plaster things. I tried to do it for stream, but it was very hard to paint on during stream, so I might just, like, do it for fun. But those are some plaster animals and stuff that I have in those containers, just so that they don't get hurt or broken. And then, yeah, you've got paintbrushes and not markers. You've got paintbrushes and scissors and pencils and stuff. Everything goes in there, so that way it doesn't go away. You've got extra, like, blending pens, and my eraser is in there. You probably see that during streams, I don't know. These are my Tombow markers, easy peasy. And then here on the wall is a poster that I was gifted by my friend. She's also a streamer. Her name is Smishi. That's why it's on her shirt. And just some things from her stream that I've won or have been gifted to me. And then you got my pin collection. I literally just got finished doing that, and it looks amazing. I didn't know I had so many pins, I'll tell you that much. I was like salvaging them from bags and stuff. I was like, oh, look, here's another one. Here's another one. So yeah, Disney pins and pins from my real life and stuff like that. And then I used to have one of those backpacks that was covered in pins and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much my collection. And then here I just have two drawers. Oh, well, on the floor here I have my Copic marker refills. So that's two of those big satchel things, and then a half satchel that's Tim Holtz sprays, as well as some distress crayons and stuff. I'm gonna see if I can get my chair without shaking the camera too much so that I could sit down so we can look in these drawers, huh? Alright, so the drawers got a little messed up because they used to be holding up my desk, but now my desk is this like big old solid piece of wood, and it's kind of too heavy for that. So I moved one of them over here, but I didn't move the other one yet, and my husband's supposed to buy me more table or desk legs, but we haven't gotten around to it. So anyway, that's why they're like this instead of side by side or anything. I don't know, that was an unnecessary conversation. I'm sorry. So these top drawers are usually full of like random tools or things that I grab for often, like the little flosser things, because for some reason I don't floss before I brush my teeth, I floss after I eat. So I have the little flosser things in my room. I've got some cables in my room. I've got some Copic bleed proof white, or no, that's P.H. Martin's bleed proof white. Either way, it works really good. I got some sparkle paint in here. I got my alcohol ink collection, the kind that you use for just regular projects, not for Copics. Alcohol ink in there. And then this next one, I got some projects that are still in progress and need to be worked on, but they're in a flat contained place right here, so that works. And this is my washi tape, organized by color. And it doesn't go back any further than that, because it's just like, for some reason, these drawers, you can't really put anything back here because you can't get it. So this is my washi tape collection. It's excessive. It's way more washi than I could ever use. I don't know why I have this much. It's just, it's too much. I got gifted sets a lot, or I got like random grab bags, which are very nice that people do that, but also it was like not smart of me to ask for them because I just got overwhelmed. So yeah, it's way more washi tape than I need or will ever use, but here it is. I guess like when I'm doing projects and stuff, I don't really have to worry about, oh no, you don't want to use up your nice washi for just holding something down. Well, I have plenty of washi I don't even like. Well, no, that's not true. But there's like, this is a lot. I could use a bunch of this just for fun and still have plenty for projects is the point. Washi tape lasts. Washi tape lasts. Okay, so here is some random Tim Holtz things, like those little letter stickers. Letter stickers to put on journals and projects and stuff. This is gouache jelly paint. Got one of those because it was trendy. And also, I have an Amazon credit card, so every time we buy things that are boring, like groceries and stuff, it gives us rewards. And so I just kind of use it as a way to treat myself without anything costing any money. So, like, yeah, that was $20, but it also didn't cost me anything. So why not try out the trendy thing, right? So this is that, what is it called? Collage paper. This is that collage paper for the bottom of journals, art journals and stuff. These are Project Life cards. This is, I used to belong to Project Life kit. If you've watched me for a long time, I used to do reviews of those. So I have those cards there. And then these are just random cards or pieces of watercolor paper in case I want to do some watercoloring real quick. And then in here, we have a fun drawer. These are, what are they called? Dina Wakley paints, paint sprays. I did a whole bunch of that last year. Maybe it was 2020. I think it was 2020. I did a whole bunch of that last year to the point where I used up an entire set and then had to buy more because I used it up. I was having a lot of fun playing. And then these are liquid watercolors. So I got that. I keep them upside down because they have pigment in them. So you kind of want it to make it easier to shake up. And then, like again, it's liquid paint, liquid golden paint. My mom bought me that. One of them got ruined on the way here when we were moving. I think it was the yellow one. It got crushed. Yeah, the yellow one got crushed. But it's still okay. Like it still works. And then these are P.H. Martin's India inks. So you can make your own sprays with these, which was really cool. But it's also extra cool because since they're India ink, they're waterproof. And these ones are also light fast, I believe. And I had a lot of issue with using Ranger products because they were not light proof. So if I want to do something on the wall, I can use this. And if I want to use something on, like in journals or something, I can use the Ranger products. And it's just one of those know what you're going to use it for before you grab it kind of situations. And then this one is where all my gel pens are. So you got gel pens over here. And then the refills there, and then I got some paints under there, and just a random notebook to write stuff down. That's about it. I forgot to show those in all my coloring things. It's just the gel pens, but there you go. Here's my scale for refilling my Copic markers, and then little tiny guillotine paper cutter. And then my big ATG gun. I don't know why we say ATG gun because I'm pretty sure the G stands for gun, but it's fine. We just do. It's hard not to. So here we've got my enamel dot collection. I didn't use it very much when I wasn't when I wasn't scrapbooking, so it's still the same size it was probably the last time you guys saw it, but here we are. And then in here we have some thick enamel. I do still have a way to do that. I was like, I don't even know if I have a heat gun anymore. I do. So I've got some extra thick embossing powder. I've got some of those frame things. Some chipboard frames. Yeah, that's what they are. So chipboard frames, I have a few of those. I have some of the washi strips. I thought they were in here too. Yeah, they're in here too. The washi strips instead of tape, so they had to go somewhere. So organized in a little baggie. I got some cloth and stuff for 3D projects. I've got some twine. I got some letters for 3D projects. I've got some stickers for 3D projects. I used to do a lot. Well, I say a lot. It probably wasn't a lot. It was like 10. That was the problem. I wanted to do more, but then I ran out of space. I did like canvases with mixed media things on them. Most of them I've given away or sold, so that made a lot more sense, but I haven't made a whole bunch here, and I live in an apartment now, so not a whole lot of place to put things, even though our apartment is bigger than our house was, but not by a ton. Here are my embossing folders, and then the punches that I have. I had to get rid of like a lot of the punches because I physically can't use them as much anymore. But these are simple enough images that I can hand it to my husband and be like, hey, can you punch this for me? So I've got some of the harder ones, like this holly branch. It was just kind of like, dude, are you ever going to be able to make that without just having that punch? So I was like, no, just keep it and teach him how to do it. So little tiny butterflies and really usable things, and then little tiny hearts, stuff like that. But yeah, most of them I had to get rid of the fancy ones and everything because I can't make the punching motion. Even with my feet, it was too hard to do, like press down on a piece of paper. So yeah, these are just ones that I can just hand to him and be like, can you do this? Because I can. And then some embossing powder, again, for 3D projects. Since I don't make cards or anything, and I don't know if I've really used it in my journals. But yeah, that's what it's still here. It's all still here. And then this very last drawer, and my cute socks, this very last drawer is all of my paper flowers. And yes, I got all of these during a warehouse sale from Prima. They did everything in the warehouse is $1, so we don't have to move it to our new location because we're moving from Chino to wherever the hell they moved. I don't actually know. Maybe they moved to Chino and we were in Covina. It started with a C. That's all I know. That's all I remember, okay? So yeah, if everything was $1, I was going to buy out as much as I could for things that I could use in the future, and especially the white ones, because I can dye those, right, with all of my paints and whatever. So yeah, these are all organized by color, and I gotta say, like, I think the whole thing was maybe $50, and if you know how much Prima costs, that's kind of amazing. But I really don't remember. I know I did a video, so you can go watch that, because I don't remember. It's been a long time. They lasted a while, because I bought a good variety of things. I tended to stock up. So, that is it. There's Sirius right there. Hi, Siri. That's where his bed is. And, yeah, this is where you guys are when you watch a stream. You guys are up there, and then this is my view, seeing my coloring things and all of that, and then, you know, my projects I gotta work on, and my little friends up there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not gonna bother getting up because I'll shake the desk or the camera even more. Where you go? You gonna say goodbye to everybody? You say goodbye? Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed the tour. Let me know if you liked it. Do you have a room? I haven't had a room for a very long time. We made sure to get an apartment with 2 rooms so that I would have an office, but before that I was in a kitchen, and before that I was in a closet, and yeah, so it's really great to have a room. It's really great to have all of my things just like this. You get to see my pins again, in case you wanted to. It's really great to have an actual office, even if it is echoey and even if my neighbors are incredibly loud. Hopefully you didn't hear them. I don't know how much the camera's picking up. But yeah, this is pretty much where I spend like all of my time if I'm not walking on the treadmill, or what else? Cooking dinner, I guess. I don't know what else I do. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching and being here. Please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, a thumbs down if you didn't, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye, everybody.